up, everybody? So I hope you enjoyed that little workout. Me and my friend Hannah hit on a nice pull day today with a major back focus, a little bit of shoulders. It was great. Felt amazing. My elbows, girl, they're feeling good. I'm happy about it. My elbows are like, they're getting back to normal, and I cannot wait to jump into my new workout split. Why am I clapping so much? Anyways, I will put Hannah's Instagram just right here in this little corner. I'm just waiting for Wrangler. Just dropped him off at the groomers. I actually haven't taken him in a while just because, like, I was bathing him at home, and then, like, our vet used to have this deal where it was, like, dirt cheap to get their nails trimmed, so on certain days. So I was like, well, I'll just do that and I'll do it myself. And then our vet stopped doing that, and I'm scared to cut my dog's nails because I'm scared I'm gonna cut them off too far down, and he's gonna like hate me, and he like, ugh, I just didn't want to do that. Anyways, so I'm just waiting for him now. So anyways, post-workout, me and Hannah grabbed some smoothies at the gym. So I always get the cold brew coffee one. So they literally, like, it's a cold brew coffee, and then they add, like, banana to it, chocolate protein, and, like, almond butter. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's so good. So depending on the weather, I might be heading over to my friend's place tonight to get some dry needling done and get my rib popped back into place. Because if you remember from, like, 4 or 5 videos ago, my rib was out of place, and I got popped back in. Well, guess what, girl? It's out again. I know. FML. Anyways, so I have to get that popped back in, and gonna get some more dry needling done. I got it done the other night on my legs. Amazing. It is so worth the pain. It doesn't even really hurt. Like, a lot of people told me, oh my god, don't get that done, like, it's gonna hurt so bad. I really didn't find it that bad. Like she did my quads the other night, and like my knees and my calves, and I have never felt so good. I've had knee pain for years, just from old injuries and stuff from when I was horseback riding when I was younger. And I literally had no pain. I went and trained legs the next day, literally like 10 hours later, and I've never felt so good in my life. So I'm excited for her to do my elbows, hopefully today. If not today, then tomorrow. Because with this weather, I don't know if I'll really want to be going over to her place. She lives a little bit away from me, so we'll see. But if not today, then tomorrow. I can't wait to be healed. My elbows actually felt really good today during our workout, so fingers crossed that we're on the mend and I can get back to benching. I benched when I was in Newfoundland, and it felt amazing, but it makes me nervous to not do it with a trainer. I worked with a trainer when I was there, and he was incredible. J&K Conditioning in St. John's, Newfoundland. If you're ever in Newfoundland, go here. I'll put their Instagram right there as well. Amazing. John is like literally the most knowledgeable person when it comes to fitness that I've ever met in my life. He helped me perfect my form. Like, even when it came to my squat, he was like, I really don't see anything here that I can critique. He's like, so I'm gonna get really technical, and like even just those little details like made the world of a difference. So he also helped me with my bench. I was terrified to bench because I haven't in months because of my elbows, and he's like, no, you can do it. Like, we didn't go heavy, but he helped me with my form and everything, and it was amazing. So I will forever go see him when I'm in St. John's. Let's go check on Wrangler. Up again. Up. There you go. Guys, doesn't he look so handsome? You're so soft, honey. Let's see those nails. They're so short. Yes, this is good, you little velociraptor. Mwah. He doesn't really like the groomers too much just because he doesn't like baths. But he loves Ron and Jonathan. They do such a good job. Such a good job. You're so good. Yeah. How do you feel, Rang? You feel clean? Good boy.
Swooshy, swooshy.
You look like a ninja.
That's better.
You kind of remind me of a ninja.
I should.
What's up, everybody? It is the next day. It's a snow day here. It's literally the, like, new ice age.
It's very icy.
It's very icy. I spent, like, almost 30 minutes scraping my car. There was, like, an inch thick, I can't speak, an inch layer of ice on my car. I literally just had to, like, hit it with my scraper. It was awful. And there's just so many idiot drivers out today. But we're here. I slept for 11 hours. And I was rudely awoken by my dog. That was a good time. Ryan doesn't have school.
Hell yeah.
How exciting.
A lot of homework to do. I gotta go home now.
We haven't even gotten to Costco yet.
I've got to go home.
I've got to go. No. You're stuck with me forever.
That's what it feels like.
Ryan's complaining because he's seen me 3 days in a row. Well, I didn't get my groceries last night because his mom didn't want me on the roads. So I didn't do it. Because you don't fuck with Deb. And, so we're getting them today. Put a bag in the prize. Alright, guys. Okay. We got some groceries. So, I don't even know how the lighting is right now. It's really gross out today, so we'll see how it looks. But anyways, just kind of thought I'd show you a little of what I got. This is a much better grocery haul than the last one I did. A lot more things I think y'all would like. Pasta, peppers, a big old thing of mayo, mixed for buttered chicken, organic chicken, because Costco now carries organic chicken, guys, so we're buying that shit in bulk now. So, I'm pretty pumped. Alright, next up, we got a couple packages of Eve's vegan spicy Italian sausage. We got some carrots. We got some butter. Some dark chocolate for the cravings. AKA, I'm gonna eat it all tonight. What? We got a ton of tuna. So we got some garlic. I didn't realize we already have another package, but that's fine. We use a lot of it. Got some green onion, cucumber, and of course, a giant red cabbage. Ryan is like on crack today. I don't know what his deal is. Last but not least, I got a big old thing of bagels. Went to Izzy's this morning. I fucking love everything bagels so much. So guys, I was just in the middle of cleaning the whole house, reorganizing the kitchen, as you can see the mess behind me. And then the music turned off, the lights went out. There's no power, the time is not on the oven. I had to send in so many applications today for jobs. I should have done that first. I was literally sitting here thinking, wow, I'm so productive today. I can't wait to get that done after I'm done doing this. So guys, I guess we're just gonna chill. I'll keep cleaning. Can't do anything else. So sick. Alright guys, so obviously the power came back on. It came on shortly after I was freaking out for no reason. So that's good. But I'm really glad because I wanted to show you guys my chicken parm recipe. A lot of DMs asking me for it once I had it on my story on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it's Emily_Kate_fitness. So I thought I would show you. Now, it is a bit of a lengthy process if you want it to taste really good. So what I do, and I apologize, I have nobody here to film me because otherwise I'd show you kind of the up close look at how you do it. But what you're going to want to do is take your chicken breast, and I tend to cut this part off, and like I'll still use it for something else, but like this little tender, chicken tender, that little part I don't use too much. Like if it's a big enough piece like that, I'll still cook it tonight with this, but I'll start by just taking off the fat. Now it helps a lot if you have a really sharp knife like I do. And I'll just leave that stuff off to the side. All right, so once the chicken breast looks pretty good, like all the fat's pretty much off, what you're gonna wanna do, now this is the tricky part. You have to have a really sharp knife, like I said, for this. You're gonna go down the middle, like this, and you're gonna, let's see how good I can do this. You're gonna cut it down the middle like that, almost as if you're gonna make stuffed chicken. So that's open, like that. And you're just gonna make sure that you're not, you know, letting it rip completely open, but that it's nice and flat, like that. That's what you want. It's gonna bread a lot better, it's gonna cook faster, it's gonna taste way better too, much more tender. Typically you'd wrap it in saran wrap, but I'm not about that life. I don't like wasting plastic, so I'm gonna get a mallet on this little tender side, flattening side. So I just tenderize the chicken. Now I find doing this helps it hold on to a lot of the like breading better than if you just leave it flat like it was before. And this also helps flatten it out even more than it was. The key here though is to not break it. Don't break through, because then you're screwed. I've got one whisked egg here, and then seasoned breadcrumbs. You can use Italian seasoned, but I just get them from Walmart and I just get seasoned breadcrumbs. I don't really care too much for Italian seasoning in there. I find I get enough Italian from my sauce, which I'll show you after. And then you want a little bit of flour. Not a whole lot, because it's just me. So first, you're gonna coat it in flour. There we go, nice and coated. Second step for the breading is then you're gonna put it in the egg after shaking off any remnant flour. And you're gonna wanna coat it completely in the egg. You don't wanna miss any. Now we'll be going back in, so the second coat is more crucial in my opinion than the first. So now it's completely covered. I just let kind of any remnant egg like come off of it, because we're just using it for its sticky layer. Then you're gonna put it in the seasoning, the breadcrumbs, and coat it completely. Now, you don't have to do the second part, but it makes it taste better. You're gonna go back into the egg, and usually this is where I start to run out of breadcrumb, because I won't waste a whole other egg on this second step, but I try and get it completely coated again for the second time around. So, pretty close. This is a really big chicken breast as well, so I'm not too upset about, there's a couple spots on the back that aren't completely breaded, but then we're gonna go back in to the breading. Perfect. So now it's all breaded. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably end up just leaving it on that plate, get my dirty dishes out of the way, and get the chicken off my hands. So for the next part of this recipe, I'm gonna boil some water for the pasta that goes on the side, and I'm gonna turn on, you want quite a bit of olive oil for this, in a nonstick pan. Cast iron is ideal, but mine isn't seasoned yet, so I can't use it. So I put the heat up to about 7.5 for this oven, and that way I can sear the chicken first, then pop it on a pan. Yes, this is clean, it just stains really bad. So you sear it in here first, and then pop it on a pan, and it'll go in the oven. The oven's still heating up. And typically for your sauce, you're gonna wanna use a tomato or like a marinara. I make my own, so that's a whole other recipe. If you guys want to see that video, let me know. I can definitely show you how I make my sauce. So once the oil is nice and hot and it looks like it is ready to go, I just grab my chicken, I'll bring it over, and I usually use tongs for this, and I just find it's easiest. So I'm going to take the chicken carefully, because half the time I end up ripping it at this stage, and flopping it down, make sure it's nice and coated in the oil, and I'm going to let it sear. Now if you're going for a little bit of a leaner version of this meal, don't bread it so much and don't sear it. Just put it straight in the oven. A lot of olive oil goes into this, especially with the pasta, which you'll see in a little bit. And now if you're a carb gal like myself, you're going to want about this size amount of pasta. That's how much I use for this meal, and then I just crack it in half. Try not to get it everywhere. Let it go in. Turn this down to about 7.5. Now the noodles I use, they're like totally organic. I think like 2 ingredients. And I cook them for about 12 minutes. Occasionally stirring and everything. And now I think my chicken is all set to go in the oven. Yep, looks perfect to me. So next step for the chicken before it does go in the oven, you're gonna want to have some mozzarella cheese. Depends on if you're cutting or not. I am not. I'm a bulking gal and I've eaten nothing today. I literally had a breakfast sandwich from Izzy's Bagels. That's it. And some chips. Like, I need to eat. So, I take a couple slices of cheese. Typically, you'd want to have this shredded instead. It's a lot easier. But your girl doesn't have time for that. I do now that I'm unemployed, but I didn't before now. That should do. And then you're just gonna want to coat the top of the chicken with the cheese. Now that the chicken is coated in the cheese, I'm just gonna pop it in the oven for about 13 minutes. It's pretty thin, so I love cheese. Not like Shannon. Shannon's like next level cheese lover. I just like to nibble it while I'm making it. So next step in preparing for this meal is the garlic. So for the pasta, what I do is I will, once it's finished, drain it and everything. Make sure there's no water left in the pot. And then I will put the pasta back in, drizzle a little bit of olive oil on it so it doesn't stick and so it's got a bit of flavor. And I will put, you know, the recipe says 1 clove, but I do at least 2 or 3. So, I'll put a couple cloves of garlic in there, and then a little bit of Parmesan cheese. It's a lot yummier when you've got real Parm, but you know what? We're living that broke life. So, I do garlic, Parmesan, and red chili flakes with a little bit of olive oil, and that is the side to this meal, to the chicken, and it's so delicious. Alright, so the pasta is done at this point. Back over to here, turn the oven or the stovetop off. I'm going to pour a little olive oil. Wrangler, get off the counter. Now I'm going to take my cloves of garlic, put them in my garlic press. Find my knife. Oh, I put my knife in the dishwasher like a good gal. I'm going to press my garlic. Now we're going to grab our crushed up red pepper, so our chili flakes pretty much is what they are. Put however many you want in there. I like it spicy. Now I will take my Parmesan cheese. I like cheese, like I said, so I put quite a bit in. Depending on like where I'm at in the day, like I don't track macros or anything anymore, but I do, I'm cautious of my calories. So for today I've had like literally almost no food. I don't really care what I'm putting in here. Alright, and there is the final product of my homemade chicken parm. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this vlog and I hope you enjoyed the chicken parm recipe. I'm gonna go eat this up and do some work on the computer. Got a lot of stuff to do. And then we're hitting legs in the morning. This is like the carbs that I will need to fuel me through my squats. I think I'm gonna do, I haven't really written my new program yet, but I think I'm gonna be doing probably 5x5 at 175 tomorrow, maybe 180. We'll see how we feel. Alright guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.